Hi everybody, my name is Honan Shi. I'm in group with Michael Callan and Ron. I'm here to give you a presentation on the rising cost of tuition. In 2014, 7 out of 10 college seniors were preparing to graduate with student loan debt, living with an average debt amount of nearly 30 grand per borrower. It is normal now for students to take on loans and go into debt for school. But this was not always the case. 40 years ago, students entering college almost never left with student loan debt. Since the 1970s, college tuition costs have risen at a rate that is 3 times greater than the rate of inflation. Unlike the cost of most goods, which rise in proportion to the inflation rate, the cost of college education has gotten more and more expensive over time. To help students deal with rising tuition, the federal government has begun issuing Pell Grants, a form of federal student aid. Grants are unlike loans in that they do not have to be repaid as long as the student successfully completes their program and receives a degree. However, the availability of these grants raises certain questions. Why? For example, would the government hand out all this grant money when it could just lower tuition fees for state schools instead? And how can the government help decrease tuition costs to students? To answer this question, we have to take a deeper look into what exactly Pell Grants are. Pell Grants are offered to students who meet certain specific requirements. Students who are the first in their family to go to college or earn a degree may be eligible for Pell Grants. So are students from poor families or who have parents in the armed forces that have been wounded or killed in the line of duty. These grants are meant to help make college affordable to students who would otherwise be prevented from attending school due to financial hardship. But the amount of money students may receive through Pell Grants is limited to a certain percentage of a total tuition amount, and this percentage is determined by the student's individual financial situation and degree of need. Many students are not aware that they have to be actively meeting certain conditions to continue receiving their Pell Grants money. If they stop meeting these conditions, they keep on getting the money, but in the form of loans that they have to pay back after they graduate from school. In other words, a lot of students in school on Pell Grants begin amassing debt without even realizing it. This is happening in the face of fading financial support to students from the federal government. Over the last 35 years, the portion of college costs covered by Pell Grants has been steadily decreasing. As this graph clearly shows, in 1981, Pell Grants covered as much as 60% of tuition costs at public four-year universities. By 2011, that amount had decreased by nearly half, and it continues to decline. At the same time, universities have been under increasing pressure to achieve high academic rankings, which has tended to increase tuition costs. Students have to meet certain enrollment conditions to keep receiving free money in the form of Pell Grants. If they don't meet these conditions, the grants money is converted to student loans, which have to be repaid after graduation. The government has been disbursing financial aid at a decreasing rate since the early 1980s. We make two suggestions as to how the government can help unburden students of their student loan debt. The first is to allow individual colleges more control and flexibility in managing their own tuition costs. Right now, more than 90% of public universities operate under a central control organizational structure, where revenue is solely controlled by certain by, by central administration that covers costs and distributes funds to college as needed. This organizational scheme is inflexible and gives individual schools little budgetary freedom. The second suggestion is to increase the maximum percentage of tuition relief allowable through Pell Grants. Taken together, this strategy may help make school affordable once again. To students, we make the following suggestion: be born rich, or else get as many scholarships as you can. That is all about our presentation. If any problems, please email me and let me know. My email is just here, and I'm happy to answer questions. In the end, I appreciate you can pay attention on my presentation. I hope you can enjoy it. Thank you.